just like that. That way I've just got the cutoff because it's 5 different videos, YouTube videos that you can see. The one that you're watching right now, dear viewer, on the Fargo Five is Fargo Favorites. And we've got Joe Swegarden, who is the chef and kitchen manager of Heart and Soul Café. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
These questions I wanted to make sure we had plenty of time for because they are my favorites. They are everyone's favorite segments because they tell me where to go eat. First question, and that's everybody likes to start with. So, you're going out tonight. It's not a celebration. It's not your birthday. It's not an anniversary. So, not necessarily somewhere fancy, although for you, probably somewhere fancy. Where are you going to go? Where you go get a bite to eat?
It's a tough question, but I have to say, your neighbors to the south here, ThaiKota.
Yeah. Oh,
ThaiKota.
No way.
Absolute. So just last week had a little, okay, maybe I'll just get a little ThaiKota. Got 4 different options from their menu with the intent of having leftovers.
Yeah.
A thing left. Not a thing left. I mean, their food is, you can taste that it's made with love, and it's absolutely incredible.
That's
I'd say it's my
two weeks
place.
in a row, ThaiKota, and they are a returning champ. Yeah,
wonderful.
I would have figured you'd say somewhere fancy. I fell down a rabbit hole with whiskey.
Okay.
Now I can't drink cheap whiskey anymore.
Oh,
I mean,
there you go.
just because I
no more Windsor.
I can't. I mean, I just can't. Like it's got to be like a $30 bottle or more. Otherwise, I just won't. Right? Not to be a snob about it. That's just what happened.
Yeah.
Gosh, didn't working at Maxwell's ruin you forever or not so much?
No, I still love that late night pizza occasionally. I think that's a common misconception with, restaurant chefs and like, oh, you must only eat really great. Nah, that's not the case. No, a lot of times it comes to, we're putting a lot into feeding people. So when it comes to feeding ourselves, it's like whatever we got sometimes. But ThaiKota is, I get as excited. Every single time I get ThaiKota, I feel like it's my birthday. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am just so pumped.
That's great. Next question. Live brain. There we go. Thank you. I get what's called live brain, where I will forget your name because it's live, and relationships and how things work, I can remember that. I can't store facts. I don't know. You walk into an open house and I can't do that either. It's like, how many square foot is this? Well, I don't know. Here's the sheet. So you got to meet a lot of people out in this world. Maybe not as many for a chef and kitchen manager, but you guys don't have a place. If we're going to meet somebody to discuss helping out or whatever, because you are the only other employee besides Leola, right?
Yep.
Where would you go get a coffee or a beer or something like that? What's your favorite place to meet people at?
I think I want to say Thunder Coffee in West Fargo.
Yeah,
and it's not only for their delicious coffee and espresso and pastries, but for the ambiance. It's such a open,
a lot of light,
very open, lit up, lots of life plans.
Another returning champ, and the theme of Thunder Coffee seems to be people connected to nonprofits.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
They're very generous. They're huge supporters of Heart and Soul. I will say that.
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're amazing.
So they know who the best people.
Yeah.
and they're being generous to them. All right. So another shout out to Thunder Coffee. Okay. And this is an interesting question because you are a chef, which I know sometimes you got to have junk food, but you certainly know how to cook, right? So you're cooking at home tonight. All right, you're making whatever dish you want, whatever. It's not a special night. Just this is a regular night. I'm cooking at home. Where's the food in your house come from? What's your grocery store strategy? Are you pilfering the Heart and Soul kitchen for that commercial food? I always wanted to have like one of those because you could grocery shop there. No, if you had an account there or no, is that a Cisco account? Is it all Cisco food in your fridge?
No, not so much.
Okay.
I will say, I was born on the north side of Fargo, so I was loyal to Hornbachers. For quite a while.
Then they got sold to Colborn's.
Then they got sold. Now you can't go in there and get a pack of gum without spending $10. So it's I will say Aldi.
Aldi, yeah.
I also worked at Aldi for a brief period of time, just through winter. I've never worked in the grocery store industry, and just to kind of understand a little bit. And Aldi just it's amazing. It's amazing. You can fill your cart, and it's less than $100.
Yeah.
So.
No, I started shopping at Aldi because I do the show, and so many great people recommended Aldi. I was like, I gotta go give them a try. But you said you worked there.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with concrete construction, where I was like, I'm going to go get like a desk job, and so I want to know what it's like to work like a real man. And so I went and worked concrete. Lasted
Nice.
2 weeks.
Nice.
2 rainy weeks, so I wasn't even putting in full time, and just like my body could not handle it.
Oh, man. That sounds... Well, good for you for giving it a go.
Yeah. Okay. So I often say that Fargo has one of the lowest employment rates in the nation, while also having a low unemployment rate. How does that work? We have a lot of entrepreneurs. We have a lot of people who run their own businesses, run their own organizations, run their own everything. If you had to pick just one in town here, who is your favorite small business, or just business in general?
Ooh.
Or organization? Or
Yes. I have to go with Hope Blooms. I don't know if you're familiar with Hope Blooms, but we've partnered up with them a few times as far as
another nonprofit.
Yeah, another nonprofit doing wonderful things with wonderful, beautiful flowers.
Wow.
So they take flowers that, maybe were left over from a funeral or an event, and then they package them and, make lovely bouquets and give them to people that need them. And it is... If I didn't love cooking and food as much as I did, I would be knocking on their door because everybody loves flowers, right?
Huge shout out to Hope Blooms. One last question, then we got to get out. I'm over the time I was shooting for. You're an interesting guy. So we all do things that pour out our cup. Obviously you work for Heart and Soul Cafe. You've done volunteering in the past. Volunteering is great, but you're giving. It's not a taking. It's a give thing. And then we do things where we take, where we fill our cup up, where we recharge. For some people, it's work. For some people, it's play. For some people, it's rest. For some people, it's play. It's not work. It's rest or play. What do you do to fill up your cup?
I'm pretty simple in that sense where if I just put on my Spotify, put on a new, the Discovery Weekly, get some new music, and then drive into the country and watch the sunset.
Just going for a drive.
Is
it the drive or the getting out and staring at the sunset kind of a thing?
I think it's a bit of both. I love driving. Driving, but I also I like getting out of the city and appreciating.
Is that something you like to do with
beauty.
Others, or is this something you prefer to do more alone? Or
alone, yeah.
And just listening to music.
Yeah, kind of tuning out helps me, silence my mind and just like I was saying, slow it down. Appreciate the moment. And the sunsets are one of the most beautiful things in the world. And they happen every day, right?
No joke. Yes. And I do. I take the time to I point it out to my daughters. No, stop! Everybody, stop! Look at that, right? Because it's. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all the beauty we have. So let's plug yourself, and we will get out of here. Go right ahead.
Yep. Just come if you're unfamiliar with Heart and Soul. Please come check out our website. We just got it redone this past year, and it's nice and beautiful. Heart and Soul Community Cafe. No, that's not the website.
You got Live Brain. No, it's Heart. N.
Yes, not and.
Not and. I went to and.org, and that's not a thing. So, Heart, the letter N, Soul, Cafe.com.
There we go. And also, if you want to support us, it's as simple as just coming to a meal and enjoying some food, or hopping in on the website. There is a portal for you to volunteer, and there's lots of opportunities there. So. Thank you very much for this time.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank everybody for listening. Of course, I'm Conrad Fargo. You can find me anywhere. You type in Conrad Fargo. I've got that on lockdown. Joe, do you ever shop at Amazon?
Oh, occasionally.
I mean, come on, everyone's there, right?
Yeah.
Guess who else is also there? Me. I'm there. If you just type in Conrad and Fargo into your Amazon search bar, I show up for sale. I'm anywhere and everywhere you type in Conrad and Fargo. So do that. If you want to tie it together with Joe Swegarden or Heart and Soul Cafe, you'll find all kinds of things. Just tie it with Conrad Fargo. Whatever you're looking for, Conrad Fargo. All right. You like that? I got the SEO great. On lockdown there. I gave up my last name, took on the town, and that's fine. So we are going to listen to that Neil Diamond song as promised before, and we will see everybody next week. Thank you so much.